It's been a long time coming, and for half her life, Mary Jane Veloso has spent it behind bars in a foreign land. And yet, she has captured the hearts of an entire nation, so ready to exalt and celebrate her much-awaited return. At the forefront of a rejoicing nation, the President of the Republic, on whose watch Mary Jane has found good fortune and a way back home. PTV's Kenneth Pasyente has more.
Celebrating already.
That is what President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. said before the expected homecoming of Mary Jane Veloso in the Philippines tomorrow. This after her imprisonment in Indonesia for more than a decade for allegedly engaging in the distribution of illegal drugs. It was last night when Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin confirmed the arrival of Veloso while extending gratitude to the Indonesian government for this huge development. According to the Bureau of Corrections, a Philippine delegation is now in Indonesia to facilitate the return of Veloso, headed by Bucor Director General Gregorio Pio Katapang Jr., who leads Oplan Sundonesia. Upon arrival in the country, Mary Jane will undergo a 5-day quarantine at the Correctional Institution for Women as a newly committed PDL, where medical observations such as medical and physical examinations will be conducted to ensure her physical and mental well-being. She will stay at the reception and diagnostic center, not exceeding 60 days, with 55 of those days dedicated to orientation, diagnostic evaluation, and initial security classification. After that, she will be transferred to her assigned cell based on the resolution of the Reception and Diagnostic Center Classification Board. After the 5-day quarantine period, which ends on December 24, Veloso's family will be allowed to visit her. The Bucor also assured that Veloso and her alleged illegal recruiter will be detained in separate facilities to ensure they do not physically encounter each other. And now that Mary Jane will fall under the jurisdiction of the Philippines, is it possible for the government to grant her clemency? The palace has this to say.
We will not talk about that yet. Let's wait for her repatriation because it's premature to speculate on what we will do.
The official also did not confirm when asked if the Indonesian government has sought a grace period to cover the rest of her sentence and for Veloso to serve before the palace decides to grant her executive clemency.
It's premature. I have yet to see the documents. I cannot address that.
Meanwhile, Bersamin added not to rule out a meeting between Mary Jane and the president when she arrives in the country. Mary Jane has been in prison in Indonesia for over a decade after she was arrested at Yogyakarta Airport in 2010 for having a stash of over 2.5 kilograms of high-grade heroin in her suitcase. She was sentenced to death the same year, but her execution was postponed in 2015 after a last-ditch effort by then-President Noynoy Aquino and the DFA that led to a temporary reprieve granted by the Indonesian government. From PTV Manila, Kenneth Pasyente, Balitang Pambansa.